Hey, it's Mike Brennan. We're doing another of our MITech TV segments, and in fact, after this, Matt and I are going to take a little time off ourselves and try to enjoy this summer because we know it doesn't last long in Michigan.
Yeah, not nearly long enough.
Not
Yes.
literally long
No.
enough. So we have with us an old, longtime friend. I can't
No,
say.
don't say old.
I almost
Don't
said the
say
other
old.
word. I mean,
Way younger than I am, I can tell
None
you
of
yeah.
that.
us are old. None of us are old.
No, no, of course not. Amanda Lewan, who, geez, we have so much history with her. Her and I were both publishing stuff together 10 years ago, and then now she's become a real estate mogul.
Yeah.
And
No, not at all.
not a mogul? Oh, okay.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Now, I don't know your official title with Amanda. I know with Amanda with Bamboo Detroit. I know that you're the co-founder, but I don't know if there's more title than that or not. So.
Yeah, I'm the co-founder and CEO of Bamboo. We build community-focused hubs. And we started, I know Mike and Matt from back in the day, over 10 years ago, we started in downtown Detroit. We expanded to Royal Oak and Ann Arbor, and we recently announced Bamboo Grand Rapids.
Okay.
No,
Uh,
That's Mike's old stomping grounds there, and
Yeah,
Land, right? Yeah.
yeah, I'm real familiar with that building. It's a big building, and I was just telling her she's right on the focal point. Fulton and Division are the north-south and east-west axis in Grand Rapids, and
Yeah, yeah.
she's right there. I mean,
the former UICA building, so it used to be an art gallery and hub for the arts community.
right, yeah. I was in
Sure.
there for a number of meetings, and then great bars are on there, by the way, too. But I know you're a mother with two small kids, so you don't think about drinking or anything, right?
No,
Mm,
not at all.
Okay. So let's talk about
well, it's
that.
different from when I had little kids, I can tell you that. So,
So, well, obviously, Grand Rapids metropolitan area is the second biggest in the state. And when I was growing up there, it wasn't real all that entrepreneurial. It was just all this old money from furniture and this, that, and the other. It's changed a lot, though, hasn't it?
A rich history of entrepreneurship. And one of our partners, who is going to be our anchor tenant in this, they're a nonprofit,
oh, sure.
similar, smart zone incubator like Tech Town and Spark and some of our other cities. And Star Garden has this great history of developing the entrepreneurial community. They do something called 5x5 nights, where they give out $5,000 grants to help people start companies. And they have a demo day where they have over 100 entrepreneurs and small businesses participate. There's definitely a growing entrepreneur community.
Yeah, and that's Rick DeVos. That's the from the DeVos clan. He's the third generation, and I've interviewed him multiple times. And he started that, wow, a long time ago. He's the other one that started Art Prize too. Him and his mother were behind that. So
Yeah.
the DeVosses are pretty active in the community. But go ahead, Matt. Your
Yeah,
turn.
I was going to say the least. But this is a big one, right? I mean, I know your original one wasn't really all that huge of a space, but Bamboo Grand Rapids is pretty impressive. 40,000 square feet.
Yeah, it's this particular building. For those who might be listening in the Grand Rapids community, they know the building. And for those who don't, it's got a 200-person movie theater in the lower level,
Good
and it
grief.
has like a 4,000 square foot rooftop patio. So it's very much a venue as well as a co working space. It's going to have our largest event spaces. So definitely very similar to the other Bamboo locations in a walkable downtown area, but much larger venue and gathering space.
Hmm.
Oh,
What,
one of the oh,
what do
go
you
ahead.
intend to, I'm sorry, Mike, what do you intend to fill this entire big space with?
Yeah, so I think we mentioned we have Start Garden as a partner in Midwest House. So we see this location as an entrepreneurial hub. There's a vibrant design and growing tech community in Grand Rapids. They have a big strategy to create more technology jobs. You have the right place there leading the tech strategy in downtown Grand Rapids. And it's really early. We'll be opening in November, but I can say quite a handful of our companies are design thinking firms or tech companies, a couple startups, all kinds of people. So it's a very innovative, forward thinking community, and a rich history of arts, too, that we hope to still engage and support at this location as well.
Hmm.
Well, Matt and I know what bamboo. No, is it still Bamboo Detroit officially or just bamboo?
We're Bamboo. Each city has its own name.
Ah,
So
got it.
Bamboo.
Okay.
This is Bamboo Grand Rapids, the new one opening. But yeah, I think you guys know our Detroit location, which is down. And then we're in Royal Oak and Ann Arbor. And so each city has its own culture and community. And the
Okay.
cool thing is we're trying to build like a statewide platform. So folks in Grand Rapids can come to Detroit more. Folks in Detroit can come to Grand Rapids more and have a place to pop in or host events. And we do have some interest from Detroit companies looking at expanding into Grand Rapids with us, like nothing confirmed yet, but
That's
it's
cool.
we're kind of evolving and becoming a statewide is what our mission is.
Well, let's discuss for those. This may be the first time anyone's heard of bamboo. So tell us what bamboo does.
Bamboo develops and operates community hubs. So that means co working and event space. Oftentimes, you have a mix of private office suites, so small offices, and open common area for people like a lounge or a spot to bring your laptop and plug in. Lots of conference rooms and meeting spaces or event spaces as well. So often you might be working from home, but you might be lonely or you want to tap into a community. And so you can get a membership at a bamboo location and have a third or alternative space to work. They call them like third creative spaces too sometimes.
Give
Yeah.
us a ballpark before I cut my head off again here. What's the starting point? Typically, they're not going to hold you to it, but ballpark, if somebody wants to, just get in there and hang out for a while, what are you charging for something like that?
Yeah, it's super affordable. A lot of our people are creatives and small businesses. So a virtual membership starts at 65 a month. And then
Wow.
co-working starts at 150 a month. So you can kind of think of co-working like a gym membership. You get 24/7 access, but you use it whenever you need it.
All right, man.
Yeah, and the interesting thing to me about what you're doing there and what you're helping with, downtown Grand Rapids has changed an awful lot, since I was a kid and since Mike was a kid. You've got much more higher education down there than you used to have, because Grand Valley keeps moving more and more of its stuff to
Yeah,
downtown Grand Rapids, including the engineering and science stuff.
And business, of course.
Yeah, in business, and you've got Ferris State having taken over the Kendall School there for art and design, so you've got a big art and design community there, and then you've
yeah,
also got the medical mile. Over the last 10 or 15 years or so, there's been over $1 billion of investment in new medical facilities there. So you're probably looking at some biotech life sciences startups too, right? I would imagine.
yeah. And there's a lot of
Oh.
communities as well. So it's going to be really cool to see what our community in Grand Rapids looks like.
And you mentioned when we were exchanging notes that you may be announcing, gosh, I can't talk today. Blah. I'm announcing a fifth location. Are you going to make that announcement?
We don't have any fifth location to share just yet.
Just yet.
Unfortunately, nothing to share today.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
thought we
Is
were
it?
going to break news,
Well, I was going to say, could it be somewhere where they grow a lot of cherries, maybe, or something like that?
No, we do get
No.
some asks for up there though. It's not totally out of our radar, but we are, stay tuned in the next week or two. We'll be announcing a fifth location with a anchor partner that we're excited about. And then we'll just keep growing and supporting our members from there. Don't think we'll have anything else on the horizon in the near future. It's definitely a lot of work growing from 3 to 5 locations and growing our
Yeah.
team. But
Oh,
we're
yeah.
very excited to
Absolutely.
join the Grand Rapids community and kind of bridge this divide between the east side of the state and the west side of the state. That seems to be really resonating with Grand Rapids folks. Like they're very interested in Detroit's tech community, and Ann Arbor has this vibrant university culture and talent. So some of our Grand Rapids members are in Ann Arbor hiring interns and then, building out like getting an office when we open. And so it's going to be interesting. I think the state of Michigan has a growing tech and startup and creative community. And so it'll be interesting to see what will happen once we have more of this statewide collaboration.
Yeah, and the other hubs, I guess, we all know what they are. There's a big one in Lansing with all the Michigan states entrepreneurial activity. There's a good sized one in Kalamazoo because they're sort of Western is sort of the number four, big university in the state. I always feel sorry for the person who finishes fourth at the Olympics. To think that you're fourth best in the world at something, but you get no medal. That's sort of how I see Western as sort of scrappy, but not quite on the podium. And then there's even a growing community in the Flint area too. I know there's some incubator type spaces in that downtown area as well.
Yeah, I think every city, I think like we were saying, has its own community and it's in its own place. But Michigan is a great place to start a business. You have, like you said, Matt, like so many great universities, so you have talent. It's still a relatively affordable place to live, depending on the city you choose. I'll say that.
Not Ann Arbor,
And
I'll tell you that. But go
I
ahead.
know, I know. Ann Arbor is the one that's the most challenging, I think. But Grand
especially
Rapids,
for parking, right?
they're trying to get more affordable housing online in Grand Rapids too because it's growing so fast. And so, but you have talent here. You have a great place to live. I mean, Michigan summers are gorgeous. Um, and and I think, if we have the right resources and we have mentorship and we have more companies hiring, you're going to see people stay and work and live and grow in Michigan. And ultimately that'll make an economic impact, and is what we want to see.
Okay. Well, we're running out of time in this segment,
Yeah.
but everybody's saying, gosh, how do I get in touch with Amanda Lewan? Tell them how to do that.
You can come to our website, Bamboo Co-work, check out our events, our locations, or reach out to me directly. I'm pretty active on LinkedIn. You can find me there. And our spaces that are open in Detroit, Royal Oak, and Ann Arbor, you can come in anytime, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, meet with our team, attend an event, see if co-working or joining our community is for you.